Job 25530, Ridgedale Apartments. We're looking at asphalt, crack fill, seal coat stripe, but we're also looking at some curb repairs. Charlie at First Point Management is my contact. This job is a big project. You can see it's pretty huge. It's like 20 some buildings here. I'm standing over here next to the corner of W, at the back of W here. But hopefully I can show you most of the repairs. You can see I marked a bunch of areas with asphalt repair, but then I also marked some areas of curb repair, like you see the little 8-foot piece. So I'm going to try to show you a lot of that, but I think it's going to come down to, if we get the project, I'll end up coming out here, spraying this stuff in, and then doing a quick video of all the areas. So let me show you basically what's going on. This is for 2021 budget, by the way. It's been seal coated before, so I'm near W and Z on this. You got W there, you got Z here. But yeah, it's been sealed before, it's been crack filled before, it's been striped before. You can see that some of the fire lane stencils have been painted on here not too long ago. All right, so the easy stuff I want to talk about is cross hatching. There's a little bit of cross hatching. There's a lot of yellow painted speed bumps. You've got a bunch of 8-inch reserves and ADA symbols with blue background. The only stencils are ADA symbols and reserved stencils. There are no other stencils in here like numbers or anything else. Okay, so it's just reserved. That's 8-inch. And then you've got handicap symbols. Then of course you've got yellow painted speed bumps, and then red painted curb with the 4-inch stenciling. All right, so here's one of the repairs that I marked on here next to building Y. You got a 24 by 8 and a 36 by 20. The 36 by 20 is this whole area here. It's right in here, not all the way back, but it goes into the second stall, 1, 2. And then I measured up all 3 of those stalls in there because you got tree root damage in those stalls over in this corner. All right. Then I didn't mark it on my drawing, but back here there's like a little pinhole that's a 2 by 2 by the catch basin. So I'll make sure that's marked on the drawing. Staging, there's not a lot of room for staging out here in the parking lot, but out on the road, they own the road, so our guys can park on the side of the street. There's a section when you come in on the main road. So when you're on Southeast 6th, see if I can get the wind to stop blowing here. So on Southeast 6th, up here by building A, you drive down the road and there's like a median out there, a curb island. From that curb island, which is around the building D and all the way back to the back of the property, that's all privately owned. So we can park on the side of the street and not have to get a street use permit. Okay. So I gave you some of those repairs back there. As I'm walking my way back here, you can see this catch basin right here, which is in front of V, is a 6 by 6. I marked that in there to be fixed. Okay, it's just sinking on one side. So if we do a 6 by 6 all the way around the catch basin, we should be able to fix it. Okay. I'm going to show you some of the curb repairs too. Up here where building S is, you got a little 8-foot piece of curb that's in here that needs to be fixed. They were going to have me look at some concrete sidewalk repairs, and I see that Precision's been out here, but I'm not gonna. But there's another area where it's exposed aggregate and it's got a bunch of different patterns in it, so I think I'm going to stay clear of that, not put our guys through that mess. So basically I'm just kind of showing you right now what the asphalt condition looks like. You can see there's been lots of patches done in here. You got some areas like this where the asphalt's starting to alligator a little bit. I included some of those and I left some of those out. Here's one. So this area right here, this would be towards the back of the property on the left-hand side between Q and T. Got a 12 by 4 here. Basically, we're going on both sides of the patch, cutting that out and resetting it because it's starting to sink. Okay. Back here on this part of the property, in the back, there's a 4x4 patch, and then there's a 24-foot piece of curb. It goes all the way in the back. It looks similar to a lot of these patches, so I'm probably not going to walk back there. You got curbing like this right here that I have marked on the map. All this curbing right here at the front, except for the curb and gutter. We'd get all that curb done, and that piece of curb there. This asphalt that's right here in front of the fitness center, I got this area measured because it's in really bad shape. Okay, and then all down through this side of the lot, this is your O through A. So I'm up here at O, walking all the way down, and you can see I've got a ton of patches in all the different parking lot areas. Okay, you'll see on my list, I'll list this out so it looks clean, but you'll see which ones have a catch basin note marked to the repair. Other than that, a majority of these repairs are out in the drive aisle. Okay, they'll be out in this main drive aisle. There's only and then I'll mark some of them where they're not. You know, if it's like under a carport like this, I will mark carport next to it, so that way we know it's underneath. The carports, by the way, the lowest points are about 9 feet. Okay, so we'll be able to get a bobcat underneath if we need to. We could get a mini excavator underneath it if we need to. This area right in here, as you can see, I got this area, which is next to L. You know, it's a 24 by 18. It's a 30-foot piece of curve, 16 I told you about up there at the top. Down here at this area, I've got this area included. So this is basically what you see a lot of, is alligator cracking on this side of the property. You don't see a lot of tree root damage. It's mostly alligator cracking and then sinking. So like this one right here, you can see it's got the big vault here where the actual catch basin is sitting, and then the asphalt sunk underneath it. So I decided to take out this whole area because it's sinking in multiple spots. See the stain there? It's because there's a low dip there. So I did a big patch there. It's a 20 by 20. Yeah, I did a 20 by 20 patch right there. So on the side of the property that's A through O, majority of it is alligator cracking and sinking. On the other side where Q, R, S, T and all that was, you started to see some more tree root damage on that side. I did a repair out here on the main entrance, which is out in front of H and in front of J. All simple stuff. 3-inch depth is what we're going to go with. The curbing is 6 by 8. Some of it looks like the old 6 by 8 inch mold. Some of it's like an A-shaped mold, but I know we don't really do that. So we just need to replace it with 6 by 8. Here's the reason why I didn't want to do some of the exposed aggregate, because it looks like that. And I don't want to put our guys through that. We ain't doing that. So unless they wanted it replaced with broom finish concrete, we're not doing it. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all of it. For prep work on seal coating, we'll probably need, I'm gonna say we're gonna need probably, is it 3 days? We're gonna have to do this in phases. So I'm gonna say we're probably looking at about 3 days of power washing to do all of this, because there's a lot. 3 days of power washing. You know, even though it looks fairly clean out here, and like I was saying, even though it looks pretty clean, you got some areas right here in the shade where we we're gonna have to clean a lot of this, and we'll probably have to power wash it in order to get that stuff taken off. And in order to do that and get this whole property, I just want to make sure we got enough time allotted into it. So 3 days power washing, probably seal coat this in 3 phases, stripe it 3 phases. We'll have probably 2 days of curbing in here. I didn't count a ton of curb. I probably only have about 100 feet or just over 100 feet of curb. So it's not a lot of curb in here. So, I mean, it could be 1 day. Crack fill, there's just going to be a ton of crack fill. So I'll have quantities all plugged in. And you'll see that on Google Drive. What else do I need to tell you? Leasing office, that's your main area right there. So when you come into the entrance and take a right, it's going to be next to building C. Got the leasing office there. This is what I was talking about for staging. If you look out here and you see this median, you're going to notice down there at the end of the median, right there at the end of the median, we can park along the side of the road, because that's all owned by these guys, by Ridgedale. Okay, so no need for street use permits or anything like that. Okay, I think I got this catch basin in here. I got a little pinhole that was right there here by A. There might have been one up above there. Yeah, I got like a 2x2 up there. I got a little 2x2 right there. I've got this catch basin here. Curb repairs down there in front of B. That should do it. Any other questions, let me know.